Okay, guys, it looks like we've got some science from Miss Stidham. Weather makes a climate. So I'm going to read this, kind of describe the map to you, and read the questions. So this is our science assignment for today. It says weather is the state of the air at a certain time at a certain place. Conditions may be clear, cloudy, fair, rainy, humid, cold, windy, etc. The type of weather that exists from day to day depends on what kind of air masses are moving above. Different places in the world have different kinds of weather for extended time periods. These differences make weather zones called climates. Climates vary according to their latitudes and altitudes and are affected by the same factors as weather, but may be thought of as localized. For the most part, climate zones circle the Earth in belts. Use the following map to answer the questions below. So if you look, it looks like we've got like some dots right here. Those are dry and desert. So I see the dots here in Africa, here below Asia, down in Australia, over here in the western part of the United States. Then we've got just an empty square, and it says tropical rainforest. And I see that in South America, that in Africa, and then down here below where the dry and the desert was over here. Then it's got some lines that go horizontal, and that's the temperate. So those I see right here, kind of where we live, in this part of the United States. Then most of Europe, over here in Asia. We've got some down here in Australia, some down here on the tip of Africa. So those are all considered temperate. Then we've got the lines where they cross each other, and it's cold, forest, and polar. And, well, you would expect it. It's in the north. So it's up here in Canada, the northern part of North America, Antarctica, the northern part, well, this is all Russia, and the northern part of Asia, and then down here in Antarctica. So that is how we read the map, okay? And then this says North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia. Those are our continents. All right, so what climate zones circle the northern and southern portions of the world? Northern's up here, southern's down there. And as you can see, I'm going to do the first one with you, but as you can see, that's where the lines are crossed, and that is cold, forest, and polar. So those are the climate zones right there. So that's what you would put in for number 1, okay? So that's how you're going to answer it. You're just going to use these keys right here and look at the different areas. All right. In what type of climate do you live? We live right here. All right, circle all the climates in the world that are the same as yours. So where else, right here, these lines, where else do you see that temperate climate? You're just going to list those areas, okay? How many climates does Australia have? Australia is over here. How many different climates do you see? I see where it's clear, the clear box. I see where there's some dots right there, and I see some lines. So how many climates is that? What are they? And again, we just pointed to what they were. You're just going to list what they are, okay? I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you all can see. All right. Which continents have deserts? Deserts are right here, dry and desert. So which of the continents? And they're listed. So you just need to list which ones have deserts. Draw the equator on your map. What climates appear along the equator? Well, obviously you can't draw, but the equator is going to go right along about here. So what climates do you see? Okay. All right. Which continent has only one climate? So these are your continents up here. Which one only has one type of climate? So you're going to look and you only see one type. Which continent do you think that is? All right. What will the amount of sunlight and rainfall determine in different climates? So, how much sunlight and rainfall you get, what does that determine? Do you get dry and desert? Do you get tropical? Those kinds of things. All right, so that's what you're going to answer for number 7. Then here you're just going to have to make a column on your paper. You're going to call them weather words and climate words. So you're just going to list them in columns. So climate words, would be all these that are up here. And then weather words would be different. So you've got temperate zone, rainforest, code forest, polar regions, precipitation, jungles, hurricanes, deserts, drought, air masses, cold front, monsoon. And then also it lists in here, weather is the state of air at a certain time. Conditions maybe, so these are going to be our weather words. Clear, cloudy, fair, rainy, humid, cold, windy. Okay, so that's what you're looking for there. So that gives you an idea of some weather words, and then we've got climate words here. You're just going to make a list. So you'll put all of this on a Google Doc, and you will share it with Miss Stidham. I hope you guys have a good day.